season. A lot of work left to do as we're away in Week 9. Scott now to return. He's racing past midfield. And they finally bring him down after a huge run back into their territory.
I'll say it again, Kate. I love these new kickoff rules. This is exactly what we all wanted to see. All of us understood safety concerns with the kickoff, but we did not want to see this explosive, game-changing play out of the game, and we did. And in fact, in this one, we got to see it right from the jump.
Well, here comes their offense to begin the drive, and in the middle of all of them, oh yeah, there's the focal point of their game plan, their quarterback.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
He's got it on the bootleg.
30-yard line.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Pass play coming here. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. The gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
He gets it headed right. And they'll make the stop after a small push to the 5. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
A 2-yard pickup. Brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll work against the blitz. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 4th and goal.
4th and goal.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
Maybe just a little disappointing with that good field position that it didn't yield a touchdown, but they moved the ball well, and you got 3 on that scoreboard.
Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And they'll be led out by this promising young signal caller out of the University of Colorado.
2 numbers that a lot of people were focused on from this performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, and he took great care of the football. And of course, he cares less about those 2 numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
A gain of 26 yards.
First down, play action. Completed over the middle. After making the catch, he is decked quickly at the 38. All set now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now looking to throw. He'll try and run this. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that means 1st down.
18 on the play. And the Toronto 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. That one connects. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Pass play now. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown. The SHawks finish off their opening drive. All right, partner, 1 drive in, and we can say it's this guy's been perfect. 4 passes, no incompletions, and that touchdown to end it.
And you and I both know that incompletion will come eventually. Might not arrive for a while, man. That offense was humming on that opening drive, and they can't wait for their second bite.
That one splits the uprights. And the SHawks one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Scott now to return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Takes the handoff, now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And this one does not go far.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Fair catch called for, and he brings it in. Looks like right at about the 29-yard line. The SHawks and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And among dual threats in the NFL so far this season, there has been no equal. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards to this point. To throw here on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. They'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
A gain of 14 yards.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Bails out. They're going to get to him, and what a shot. The football's out. And he falls on it, so they're going to keep possession and the chance to add to their lead.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
Jets offense now set to take over. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Plowing up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Catch made underneath by the back. So now here's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
First down.
That one gains 7. And it's good for a New York first down. Setting up to throw. Cut down the field. It's Cooper. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
At the 46-yard line.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
They are throwing it again. Finds him over the middle. And they make the stop. I'm going to say it about the 37-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 37-yard line.
He keeps this one himself. He's still going at the 30. And he'll get him a handful on that run as we've reached the end of the first. And that's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Still a one-possession game in the early stages. More from MetLife coming right up. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Throwing now on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You're not going to see it in the box score, Kate, at the end of the game, but that was some high-quality zone coverage right there. Great design, tremendous communication. Everybody trusting one another, and it allowed them to just collapse that pocket and finally get home.
Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is 2nd down and 18. They'll throw it. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 12.
So here, 3rd down. Gets him on the in route. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
What a season this guy's having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Starting at the 10. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Snowhawks headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And you always got to watch him when you're down near the red zone. He is sitting 2nd right now among all NFL quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. They'll run here on 1st down. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They gain 11 on that play. And they're going to have a 1st down now. We've set it downs from 37. Going to the ground again on 1st. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
He was taken down behind the line.
Break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
Back to the well again. And that's good for a few. It brings up 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain.
3rd and long for him here. Caught. Nice gain left side. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that's good for a new set of downs.
24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Snowhawks.
Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. A gain of 26 yards there. And that's going to bring up 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
the shotgun. They'll give it to him inside. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Back-to-back carries here. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped there right near the marker. Didn't get it. 3rd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Snowhawks grow the lead to 7. It's tried and true in 32 playbooks across the NFL for a reason, Brock. Even when teams see this one coming, just so tough to stop a quarterback sneak.
It feels like a win in today's football is just to stall them at the line on that play. So many groups are so effective with the QB sneak. At that time, the timing of the call, I think, was most important that led to the score.
Now even a member of the Jets hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to take a look at him. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. New York to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Back to throw. Pressure's on him, and it's going to get home. He's dropped. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and forced a 4th down.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Takes it in at the 26. Found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. Now outruns their offense to take over. And we'll see, Brock, if they go back to that ground game this drive after how well they ran it their last time out.
I'm going to probably say yes on that one, Kate. This is a team with a known identity across the league. They're going to hang their hat on running the football effectively. I think they'll get right back to work.
And they're approaching midfield with that gain of 6. He's up to the 46.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
A give now from the gun. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out.
That's good.
They've got 1st down here from the 36.
1st and 10.
They're going play action. One's complete, right side. And he's tackled for a short gain. 2nd down now, they need 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Running right side. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Toronto.
Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Dive play straight ahead. And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing from the gun here. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8. The Jets take their 1st time out. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. Backed up to the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. This time it's a passing play. Has it down close. He has the touchdown. The SHawks grow their lead just before halftime. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Setting up to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the SHawks lead by 15 now. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Finds the in route complete. And he'll give it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 30.
2nd down, looking for options. Has it downfield, working the left. At the 20. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets could make it a one-score game as they cut it to 9 before half. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets get it back to within one score.
21. Jets 13.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense ready to get going again now. And we're a shade away from 50 seconds to go in the 2nd. That is enough time to put something together. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. They'll come out throwing. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Throwing again on 2nd. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first.
That's a gain of 7.
They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
And 3.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They're throwing it. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 2nd and 3 now. Looking in the air here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Prior to first down, they decide to call a timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
And the Toronto first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're going to try and throw it here. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
The vet in his 14th season, still knocking him through. And it's now a two-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. So a two-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Our look
Scott
across the
Hansen.
NFL starts now, and we kick it off with a good one. All right, Kate, thanks very much. It's week 9 of the regular season, basically the halfway point of the year. So let's get into it. Here are the highlights. And it's the Panthers quarterback. One of his 3 touchdown passes in the ballgame. He also added a rushing touchdown for good measure. The Panthers get back to 500. They move to 4-4 with this victory. Why don't we move on now and check in on another big mid-season matchup. And here is the running back. Gets past the line of scrimmage, gets room, gets it in. 22 yards on the touchdown. The Rams get the W by 2 touchdowns. Lastly, let's go to Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Fielded at the 7. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. The Snowhawks are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And you can see with the stats there, such a weapon for this offense to utilize week in and week out. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Sending him on the dive. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
He's going to tuck it and run. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives him a first down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Handoff now from the gun. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that is good for a first down. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Catch made over the middle. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Right up the gut. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Another carry for him. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
And the Toronto first down.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
At the 15-yard line.
Dropping back to throw. This one's caught. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this 3rd down. Back to throw now. He's got it. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal. Here's a give on 1st and goal. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Back to throw. Out to his wideout. It's a screen. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal. You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere. 3rd down from the gun. Throw was caught. Fights off the tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And the Jets recover it. Put a check mark by that one. You're going to remember that one, not just over the course of this game, but I guarantee you in the offseason when they're watching effort. That was all about effort. Backs pressed against the wall when you're down here defensively. And that's the type of play that coaches love to see from everyone on the roster. Now here comes the New York offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing... So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time. But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened. So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. The vet in his 14th season, still knocking them through. And that extends their lead to 14. Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time He's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Jets out to begin another drive.
At their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Jets first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. First down, play action. They bring pressure, and they're going to get to him. And their 4th sack of the game right there brings up 2nd down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing on 2nd. Short pass brought in. He's going to get a few here, brought down at the 33-yard line. Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line, 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. They'll bring out the punter here. And he'll try to hit this one well. Looking to return from the 29. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40. The Snowhawks ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. And you may as well call him a constant headache that this defense has had to deal with all game long. I mean, the game plan to slow down his passing work, but it's been his rushes that have really broken the spirit of this unit. To throw here on 1st down. That's incomplete left side. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's 2nd down coming up.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw here. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
3rd and long for him here. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A big completion for the rookie out of Colorado. It gets his guys a first.
At the 43-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd down. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
No repeat success of that last run as he only is able to get back to the line on this play. Trying to throw this from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's good for a Toronto first down.
1st and 10 from the 32.
Gain of 3 on the play. And a Toronto first down.
Blown back gets the handoff. And this is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes him inside the 30-yard line.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
Running for the marker on 2nd. Well, he might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
First down. A 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here's the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Chance here for one final play before the end of our quarter. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. The SHawks stretch their lead on the final play of the 3rd. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
PAT effort coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the SHawks stretch their lead to 21. So just one quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. And when we resume play, it'll be with a kickoff. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Jets offense now set to take over. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers. Right in a tournament, they don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll go play action. Throw right side, caught by Wilson. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He completes it in traffic. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd.
Now here he goes on the boot. Looking right, and he finds him. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Caught just shy of the goal line. And into the end zone. Touchdown, New York. The Jets get it back to within 2 possessions.
There are a couple different ways now. You can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets get it back to a 14-point game.
34. Jets 20.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. Here's the one back on the handoff. Rob Fred, first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 29.
2nd and 10, back to throw. Completed over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Third and long. They're going to throw. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47.
First and 10 at the 47.
Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And there's the stop, but he's got 9 yards on first down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. They give it to him again, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
5-yard gain.
But looky here, you don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Throwing out to the left, Cup. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
Brings up second and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so third down now. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and come right inside.
And he's able to take this one in for the touchdown. The Snowhawks make it a 3-score game in the 4th. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one splits the uprights. The Snowhawks stretch their lead to 21.
Jets 20.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Scott now to return. Escapes a defender. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Jets headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. On first down, they'll run. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Offense in the hurry up here. Here's a throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And that will not be enough for a first down. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it.
Here he is on third and short. That's on target to Cooper. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Line up the design keeper. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Goes to the hurry up here.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
They've got a man in motion. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Brings up third down and 8 yards to go.
To the air on third and long. across midfield before he's brought down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
First and 10, looking to throw. They're on him again, and he goes down again. Hang on now. Looks like we've got an injured player out there and in need of some aid. So we'll step away briefly as they work on him. Last play sent him back across midfield here, 2nd and long. He's dropping back to throw. Finds him on the slant. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a gain of 11. Brings up 3rd.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Well, he laid out for it, but the throw just a little bit too off the mark. So 4th down coming up. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Desperation time here. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Now this offense ready to head back out. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. Throwing now on 1st down. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets side. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. SHawks ready to pick up their 8th win of the season. Handoff on 2nd and short. And only can get his yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down.
Brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
He'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Plowing up the middle. Keeps it moving. He makes it in for the touchdown. The SHawks put up even more points in a win. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
They'll try this extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. The SHawks continue piling onto this lead. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. He fields it from the 8. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
He's going to throw again on 2nd down. He's going to pull this one down and run with it.
As quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. A short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row.